Hi everybody, I'm Adriana and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having the best day ever so far, and if you're new around here, welcome. And if you have been here for a while, I've got something very new and very exciting to share with you. So I had this idea last night, exactly, and I just had to jump on it and make it happen. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, please go do so because you'll see what I'm talking about. And my favorite thing about Instagram is that you have the freedom to just be as creative as you want, and something that I love doing is styling shots. So today I'm going to take you guys through that process. I'm going to take you to the styling, shooting, and editing and show you how I will get this picture right here. So if you are interested in watching, go ahead and keep watching, I guess. Yeah. So what you just saw was the styling and shooting of my Instagram picture. So basically you just got to see what I used for as props, how I set it up to my preference, what I liked. For shooting, I'm currently at home waiting for my Disney college program to start, so I just kind of snagged my sister and I was like, hey, take this picture for me. She hates it, but I'm thankful. Normally if I didn't have somebody I would use a tripod, but you guys are sitting on the tripod right now, so that wasn't really an option. Right now what I'm going to show you is how I edit my photos, and I use Lightroom to edit my photos. The only time I really use anything different is if I have a tricky photo that kind of needs a little bit more TLC. In that case I might use Photoshop to help me out, or I have a couple apps that I like to use. One of them is called Retouch, and then sometimes I use Facetune, honestly not even for my face at all, like rarely ever do I edit my face with it. But sometimes like I'll use the whiten tool to like whiten the background some more. I know you can do that on Lightroom and Photoshop, but I just have that app and it's just easier that way. So different things like that, or sometimes I use the paint tool to like paint something more pink. I don't think this picture is going to need any of that like super intense work. I think this will be pretty easy because the background is pretty consistent and white, and really the only thing I'm editing for is trying to brighten myself up and get the overall picture to match my feed. I know that's a lot of information, but I'm going to show you now how I do it. All right, so right now we are in Lightroom, and ignore all the other photos that are on here, but I have these two pictures, and to you they probably look exactly the same. They look exactly the same to me too. Sorry, allergies. The only difference is like a little tilt of my head, but I like this one better, so I'm gonna go with this one for right now. I took a lot more pictures than just the two that I picked, so don't think I only took 2 pictures because there's like 1,000 on my camera. But I'm going to first rotate this right, and then Instagram is going to make you crop your picture, which I personally hate that I have to do that, because there are some pictures where things are like really long and you just can't even post it because you can't cut like an arm off or something. But for this picture it'll be okay. It'll be a little bit tricky because that ear is really close to the edge, but we can make it work. And I have like the tripod in the picture, which is hilarious, but anyways. Okay, so we're gonna crop it like that. Honestly guys, I could spend forever on a picture, so I'm gonna try and make this quick, but also y'all came here to watch how I edit, and true life, it takes a while. I could take forever on one picture. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, there's like some darkness in this corner, but I don't think I'm gonna be that picky today. Okay, like most of the time I would be that picky, but not today. Okay, so and by this corner I meant like the bottom left hand corner. Okay, so it has this optic feature on where it enables lens corrections. I actually like to have it on, so I'm gonna keep that on. But then I'm gonna go to light, and then I'm gonna bring down the whites in this photo, and I'm gonna bring down the highlights, and then I'm gonna go ahead and expose it a decent bit, like a decent bit. I'm probably gonna bring up the shadows, not too much because I don't want my hair to look like white, but I'm probably gonna bring it up a decent, I'm gonna say a decent bit a lot, I'm so sorry in advance. Okay, probably gonna bring it up a good amount. Okay, I might use a little bit of contrast just to bring some of that detail back into my hair. There we go. But we're not done here, guys, we're not done yet. Okay, so I like that this is super pink in this cut because I think you can tell like the purpose, but we're gonna go ahead and go to color, go to mix. I'm gonna use this like magenta color and see what I can do to this color without messing up the rest of the pinks. Now I could just use my selection tool and do the same thing, but I don't really want to go through all that. Sorry guys, my camera died. So where I left off was I clicked the magenta icon to see how much freedom I had to edit that little teacup of, what was it, raspberry lemonade? I don't even know what it was, but it was pink and I liked it. But it's really vibrant, so I'm trying to bring it down a little bit. I could just use the selection tool in Lightroom to concentrate it there, but I'm gonna see how much freedom I have here so I don't have to go through all that. This is what it looks like at 0, and then if I bring it up a little bit, it just lightens a lot of the pink, which is fine though. I don't really mind it. I don't want to desaturate it. It's fine. I like it like that. It's kind of cute anyways. Okay, so that's what we're working with, and now I'm gonna go here, see if I want to add a little bit of temperature. So temperature, you can make it more yellow or more blue. This is about the even point. But sometimes I like to add just a little bit of temperature to it just to make it a little bit more warm and cozy. Even if it's like barely anything, I would rather have more yellow tones than blue tones, but that's just me. Sometimes I add a little bit of pink, but then it brings more blue tones in. So if I add some pink, then I bring up the temperature a little. So we'll see here if I actually like that or not. I think I like that. Maybe. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, what else do I want for this picture? I like the texture that my comforter gives the background. Sometimes, like I know when I was back in Gainesville, my other bedspread, sometimes I do these on my bed pretty much all the time because my bed sheets are pretty much always white. Sometimes I'll do it on the carpet, but I do like to use something with texture just because I think it adds a little something something. And I just brought this new bedspread for my DCP from Target, and it's really cute. So I just love the polka dots, but that's not related to what I'm doing at all. So I'm gonna play with the vibrance of it. I think it's fine that way. See, I don't really think it needed too much. I play with the shadows, the whites, the highlights, the contrasts, exposure, the temperature a little bit, and the tint. But I'm gonna go ahead and save this and see what it looks like in my feed. So save to camera roll, maximum available. Okay, it's saved. So now I'm in my plan app. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and open the photo and put it into the app. Now, here's a couple of other photos that I have already, well actually I haven't posted them yet, they're just waiting to be posted. But I would probably post this one before the other ones. Come on, go back. I just hold down and move it, I can move it anywhere, but I would probably put it right there because that's most likely where I would put it. Yeah, that would be much better. Okay, now I like to do my photos alternating, so like one with a lot of color or tint and then one that's really bright, one with some tint, one that's really bright. The last one I did had a lot of tint, so this one would probably be the more really bright one. It's a little bit dark for my feed, so I'm probably gonna go back and lighten it up. So I'm gonna go back to Lightroom and see what I can do about that. So since I brought down the whites and the highlights, I'm probably gonna try and bring them back up again. I didn't want to lose the detail that was in the comforter, but that's okay for right now. See, I didn't want to bring the highlights because look what happens when you bring up the highlights all the way. Well, not bring it up all the way, but you bring it to 0. It's way too bright on the left side. So I'm going to bring it down again a bit. And I think I'm going to go and get my selection tool and zoom in quite a bit. At it, and I'm gonna probably, okay, here, I'm gonna go ahead and color in my ears because I feel like they're kind of getting washed out and I don't really want that to happen. So I'm gonna go in and darken them. Actually, right now I'm coloring them in because this red hint shows me what I'm working with here. So I'm going in and I'm probably going to darken them up, bring up the contrast a bit. Maybe I'll go to color. I'll add some pink to it and a little bit of the cream. That's not the cream, temperature. It's not the best, so I'm probably going to not bring the exposure down by that much. This is what it would have been at 0, so I'm probably just going to bring it down a tad. Because that way it looks photoshopped and I don't want that. That's pretty much better. Yeah, I'd say that's better. Okay, I'm happy with that. That way it's just not so washed out is what I wanted from that. Yes, I like this better. Now we're gonna go back and see if it looks good in my feed again. Add it back. Let's see. Okay, there's already a huge difference between the two. Huge difference. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put these two side by side. Okay, you see how the left one is a lot brighter than the other one? So I'm going to go ahead and exit this one out. I still don't think it's good enough for this spot in my feed. So I think I might go ahead and take this picture into Facetune and then whiten it up. So let's see how that goes. Now I have the picture in Facetune and I'm gonna go ahead and find the whiten tool. Like I said, I know you can do this stuff on Photoshop and Lightroom, but the Facetune app is just so easy that I just like to use it. So I'm gonna go through and just color where I would like it to be brighter. See, this is way too bright right now. I don't want it that bright at all. Especially because then it just looks like I'm like super standing out and that's not natural. But I'm just coloring. Then I'm making sure I get close to that book. All the corners. I'm gonna zoom in to make sure that I get these pieces around the ear so that those aren't left out. See. Gotta make sure I get in there. Get down here and around the plate. in this corner right here. This is me all the time. This is literally what I look like all the time. Okay. Again, cannot forget those corners. Okay. Like I said, that's the bright. It does not need to be that bright at all. And this is what the before, after. Does not need to be that bright. This is where I am. I'm gonna just inch it up a tad. It's like super minimal, but it might be just enough for what I need it for. So I'm also gonna go up here because I think I missed a spot. That's the most difficult part, is missing spots, because you can clearly see where a spot was missed. Especially like this one, not so much because it's white, but if it was one with like lots of colors and shadows, it would be very apparent that you were trying to whiten things up. Okay, let's see. Save that. Alright, back in the Plan app, I'm gonna open up the new picture. That's interesting. Sometimes it doesn't look good. Oh, is it still saving? No. Okay, they really don't look that different. Awkward. Okay. We'll see. I don't know. I do not know. Difficult. Maybe just because I don't really care for that photo. Okay. I think it looks fine. Yeah, it was because I didn't really care for that photo and it was just messing things up in my brain. But let's get rid of this other photo. I like to plan ahead and see what things are gonna look like. Oh, see, I like that. I like it like that a lot. All right, I think I'm happy with this picture. I think I'm pretty happy with it. All right, guys, so that was it for this video. That is how I style, shoot, and edit my photos. I'm really happy with this picture. I think it's gonna look really good in my feed, and I think it's gonna be a nice segue into the next couple of pictures that I take. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In future episodes of this series, I'll be making sure to choose photos that are gonna take a little bit more intensive editing so you can actually see like a full process and maybe learn something from it, see how I really like do some magic on a photo. This one didn't really require too much, but this is just the photo I had in my head for today. I'm gonna be making sure to input the before and after these pictures after I'm done talking, so stay tuned. But that was all I had for today. Please make sure to like this video if you liked it. Comment down below if you like this and you want to see more of this series so I can make sure to do some more for you. And yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!